my family, man. How y'all doing today, man? JU here. Finna go over how to take your first trip abroad, man. How to take your first trip abroad overseas. I've been to a few countries now, so just trying to share some information. I know it's guys out there, they want to go somewhere, or they don't know exactly where to go, or they don't know the first steps they need to take to get there, man. So first step, obviously, get your passport, man. Get your passport. Go ahead and drop the 100, 140, wherever you at in the States. It might differ, but go ahead, save up that money, whether it's from your 9 to 5, whether you got a birthday coming up or a holiday coming up, or you know you got some money coming in. Tax time's right around the corner. So the first thing you do, get your passport. Next thing you need to do, get some knowledge, man. You have to get information. You have to do some research and know about places to go, and know about where you want to go, and know what's the best places for you to go to have a good experience. Depending on, you gotta know your why. You gotta know your why also. And that's gonna be next after you. It might be first. You need to know your why to know what places to research. So are you traveling to meet women? Are you traveling for experience? Are you traveling for adventure? Do you need a reset? Do you need to have a good time? Or you just need to see something new, man? Like, there's plenty of reasons. I don't judge any guy for whatever reason they have for going, but you definitely need to know your why to figure out which place you want to go. So boom, now you got your why, you got your passport. Now let's get to the research. So when doing research, you need to know the safe places in the city. So okay, say boom, you want to, first time out the country, you want to go to a Caribbean island, whether it's Jamaica, Dominican Republic, Bahamas, St. Lucas, like any of those islands in the Caribbean, or even you want to go to South America or Central America. You got to do your research on those places. You know what I'm saying? You got to know which cities is gonna have the perfect thing for your why, or which it doesn't even have to be a city. You could go to a small town or a small community or whatever. You just need to do your research about that place, know the dangers, know what you need to bring, know what's going on. Like, you need to look at the news in that place, so you make sure you're going at a good time to go. The weather is going to be important, because that's how you know what to wear. Also the language, man. You definitely need to research the language they speak. And you don't have to get fluent before you go, but it's good to know a few words. And also, some places there's going to be people that speak English more than other places, so you definitely need to make sure you know what's the main language spoken there, and if there's anybody that speaks your language, and how many tourists are going to be there. Because you might be, okay, maybe it's Dominican Republic, you might be more comfortable going to Sosua than Santo Domingo, because in Santo Domingo it's very few English speakers. Here in Sosua, there's a lot more English speakers. A lot of the women speak English, a lot of the workers, but also it's a lot more tourists in general. So you'll have an easier time there than going to Santo Domingo. But most of the workers in the stores, the restaurants and stuff like that, they're not gonna know English. So you don't want to be Google Translate Poppy, just gotta go back and forth like that all day, which, I mean, it's cool, it's gonna help you. Definitely use your Google Translate and have all your apps downloaded, but that's the next step. But while you're doing your research, just make sure you know hi, hello, different greetings, and also how to ask for stuff. You need to know, or how to ask where is something, like where's the bathroom, where's the nearest restaurant, where's the nearest store, and all those things like that. So all that goes into your research. The language, how's the land, how are the people, the dangers, all that's into your research. Next, when you're getting prepared, you need to have your currency app downloaded. You need to have your Google Translate app downloaded, and have that language downloaded too, so you don't get stuck. And also, boom, you need your phone plan. You need to find out what your international plan is, man. I had two of my guys, I took them to Colombia. They don't get their phone stuff straight till we get there, which is not the time you need to do that. You need to do that At whatever airport you're flying out of, you need to make sure before you get there that you have, you know what your phone plan, your international plan is, or if you're gonna pick up a SIM card at the next airport, just plan to do that. Have your money situation and all that straight. Also, when you're doing your research, find out how you're gonna exchange your money too. Like, what's the best place? A lot of times at the airports, they be trying finesse, so you might not want to do it at an airport. You might want to do it somewhere else. So, boom, you got your currency, you got your translate app. You packed and prepared for the weather. You made sure you have enough clothes for situation, or you might have your money straight, so you plan to buy some stuff when you get there. Oh, that's cool. That definitely helps out with the experience. So boom, we got our passport, we did our research, we got our bag prepared, we got our cell phone prepared. After that, man, you just need the will. You just need the will to go, man. You need to have that intestinal fortitude to where you are willing to go somewhere even if you have to go alone. And that's the best way you're gonna do it. A lot of times group trips don't make it out the group chat, and it's hard to get it to make out the group chat. The way I do it, if I'm planning a trip, I'm prepared to go alone. So if it doesn't, it's gonna make it out the group chat, but everybody in the group chat might not make the trip. I'm always prepared, like, yo, they ain't gonna make it. I give people a certain date, certain time when it comes to getting a flight and paying their part of the Airbnb or hotel, resort, or whatever we're doing. If they don't make it by then I'm planning to go alone, because I'm not the type of person anymore that I'm just gonna sit and wait until everybody's ready, because everybody will probably never be ready at the same time. And that's something you gotta realize when it comes to you and your friends and planning trips. But also, if you're not comfortable going alone, hit somebody up like me. I'm trying to do group meetups in different places. I actually got another trip coming up next month in March. Like, you know what I'm saying? Find like-minded people that also are friendly and willing to show you the ropes, or willing to invite people along with them and stuff like that, because that's always a good thing too. Me personally, I'm not going to charge you, but it's some people that will charge you, or you can find people that give tours in other cities and stuff like that, people that have moved from your country to another country, and they're willing to like show people around, and so people have somebody to be with. But also, man, you got to be prepared to interact with locals and stuff like that, and other tourists. Like, if you're going to a resort, there's going to be people from all over the world on that resort 9 times out of 10. Be prepared to be open and hang out in the open spaces and stuff like that, and meet people. Everybody's going to be, it's going to be interesting as fuck. Everybody from different walks of life and stuff like that. It doesn't get too much better than that when it comes to like experience. And also, hey man, it's going to be locals in the place. So if they speak English, or even if you learned a little bit of their language, even trying to communicate in their language, usually you're gonna get a few laughs, and it's gonna create some form of connection. Whether you're in a park, you're at a bar, a nightclub, or just walking around, or you're in a store, like, try to talk to people, and that's also good too. You'll make friends. Also research certain events like your excursions and all that stuff. If you're planning some type of trip like that where you want to zip line or jet skis and stuff like that, have all that pre-planned, where and when you're going to do that, so you can make sure you actually do get to do that. Some certain places, if you try to book an excursion the day of or the day before, it's probably going to be fully booked, so you want to make sure all that is pre-planned out, man. But it's really just about doing it, man. You just got to do it. Even if you didn't do all your research, or you not fully prepared, as long as you got enough money to get there and get home and for everything you need, just go. It's certain things, certain sacrifices you might have to make that trip. But a lot of us, we spend money on bullshit, going out, extra pairs of shoes and all this dumb shit. We spend money all the time, so you can make a few sacrifices for a month or two, book your flight, and make your trip. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you really want to do, and you really got the willpower to do it, just do it, man. You shouldn't let anything hold you back, whether it's your job, family, girlfriend. Even if you have kids, you can find time for yourself. I think every man should take a trip at least every once a year. feel like if you're getting out of a long relationship, if you're getting out of a divorce, you might need to go somewhere and get a reset. Even if it's just, you're chilling by yourself in Bali or something like that. It don't got to be to go to Cartagena, to go to Sua and mess with a bunch of girls. If that's not the type of dude you are, you can really go get a real reset, just going somewhere and chilling on the beach or exploring the jungle or hiking up a mountain in a strange foreign land, you know? It's all type of stuff you can do out here, man. I hope y'all got something out of this video. Like I said, I got another trip coming up. I also got my Patreon dropping next, it's gonna drop this Friday, actually. My Patreon gonna drop this Friday, and that's why I'll be letting people know what my next trip is. So if anybody wants to come along, they can come along, meet me out there, whatever. Just let me know, hit me up. Also, go check out UTV channel and go check out my Island God Talk podcast channel. Those are gonna be linked in the description, man. As always, I love y'all. I'm out.